Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Longview. Today's video, yes, building the general hospital for my Lego city. Like I said, since my Lego room won't be ready till August this year, to allow me to start implementing my huge Lego city design around end of August, September, I'm taking the opportunity to start building buildings that I would like to have within the core of my Lego city, and a hospital is one of them. I know I alluded to that a couple of times in past videos, and I'm reaching a point where I believe after a few months of collecting Lego parts, I think I should be capable now of building that hospital that I had in mind. But before I do so, the reason it takes a long time for me to do things like that, building like MOCs, we call them, is I do not get any donations, or I'm not being promoted by any or supported by any groups or things like that. So everything you see here, whether it's Lego sets or Lego builds, I do within my own expense, for my own expense. And staying within a budget, unfortunately, requires me to spread things within a time frame to be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish. At the same time, I still want to collect Lego sets, so I have to split the expenses between the hobby of collecting Lego sets and, of course, building a Lego city. But with no further ado, I want to start with this video by saying it's time for me to start building that hospital I want to have, the MOC. And the MOC, like I said, is a Lego set that it's a Lego that is not purchased from Lego. So it's not something you could go and buy from Lego stores or online, but you build it using Lego bricks, right? Like things like that you see in this box. So these are examples of Lego MOCs, like my train station, that's a MOC. I can't go buy this from Lego store or a Lego online. Same with my other MOCs, like the Chili restaurant, the Starbucks, the park, and so on and so forth. So to do that, I had to collect for the past, I believe, 4 or 5 months. I've been collecting parts that I will need to build that hospital. Tell you not, I think I have most of it. Don't let the box fool you. It's actually a very hefty box full of parts, and I think I have around, I don't know, I would say, I didn't count them, but I would think around 5,000 to 10,000 Lego parts, which cost me around, including shipping and things like that, around $700, $800 maybe, I don't know. But like I said, I've been buying them for the past few months. You see here also on the side here, I have Lego set 60204. This is actually a hospital Lego set that no longer exists. I mean, it's retired. I do have it in my collection, and I'm not intending to use it. To use it in my Lego city, and the reason it is not in the team I would like it to be, like the modular team, like a full scale building, which looks something like those buildings. And since I'm not going to be use it because it doesn't meet the characters of a modular building, hence why I'm building one, of course, I'm going to tap into it, meaning I'm going to use certain elements of it that will look good in my hospital city, like the minifigures that come with it, maybe the vehicle that come with it, some of the bricks that are that has artwork on them or stickers on them that I could use in my city, because since I'm not using it, why not tap into it? And that will save me also buying those parts to use in my own city. So back to the hospital. What it's going to look like. So the hospital is going to be two-phase hospital. And what I mean by that. Phase one will be something in this kind of real estate, meaning 32 studs. And what I mean by stud, those nipply things, it's going to be 32 this direction and 64 in this direction. So by the time I build this hospital, it's going to be phase one. It's going to consist of 4 stories, 4 floors, and on the 4th floor, the roof, I'm going to have a helipad for emergency helicopter landing, for bringing in injuries or bringing in organs and things like that. So I'm going to do that. That's from the phase one. Phase two, once I'm done with that, I'm going to expand on it. I think depending what I be able to accommodate in this build, I might add more real estate area to it. Something like that. That's one option. So it could end up with this size, meaning I'm adding another 6 more studs, so it becomes 64 by 48. Because I'm trying to have a hospital in the make sense from a design standpoint that has the elements of a hospital, right? So, but with the real estate I have to start with, and with the limitation in my parts, I don't have all the parts I might need to build the hospital I really want to have. I want to break it into 2 phases, which will allow me to do that. That way I can start collecting parts for the second phase. Or I could even go a bit bigger, which will be a 64 by 64 real estate. And I think that would be the max I would go for. That most probably will allow me to accommodate everything I have in mind, like a facility area for the hospital, maybe stairs, elevator, a pharmacy, and so on and so forth. But for the time being, let's stick with phase 1, because that's what the next few videos are going to be related to. The phase 1 build of the hospital, which will be what you see now. And these are all the elements. I hope I have everything I need to build that hospital. So, with no further ado, let's start building. finished the build for the first floor of the hospital. This is what the front view looks like. You have the main entrance of the hospital, which is a door that opens inwards, as you can tell. And then you have a sliding door that takes you, of course, to the main lobby, which I'll show you the interior in a second. And then you have here where the ambulances can drop the critical patients. So I have lane 1 and lane 2, so I can accommodate for 2 ambulances. So I think that's what it looks like from the front. Let's zoom into it now and see what it looks like from the other side. From the side, there's nothing much there. It's just plain white walls. I did end up using, as I mentioned, some sticker elements from the Lego set I had, because I think it will give a good addition, both exterior and interior. So this is the exterior of it. Of course, these are also I'm going to be tapping into. This is the ambulance from the Lego set, and the mini helicopter that brings in organs to the hospital. So I'm going to be using that too. In addition, I'm going to build another helicopter, a big one for patients. I'll come back to this. For the machine. So anyways, it comes here. So the ambulances, they slide in there. And I found out that after I built it, that the height does not accommodate for this ambulance. So I gotta increase one more layer. So I gotta make sure I have enough elements to do that. And I think it'll be in good shape. But anyway, so they come in here. This is what the emergency room look like. There's 2 small rooms with all the bells and whistles that I could put together with what I have. So take care of the patients. There's the cart with all the tools and equipment and medication that need to be used. And here you can, from this door here, you could end up, I made these curtains, and then you can end up going into the main lobby, which you can also access from the main entrance. Here you have an elevator. So right now it's a manual. I have to lift it using this lever, but intentionally I'm gonna most probably be automating that in the future. We'll see how that goes. For the reception room, nothing fancy there. Simple chairs, some reading material, which I use from the Lego set, from the Lego hospital. These are the other printed element I used. So anyway, so this is the reception where you come in. You register your name, you get logged into the computer, and then you have your, which I use from the Lego City, you wait for your number to be called in, and then on your merry way you go. And I put a clock here for the patients to know what time it is, so they know how long they've been waiting for and complain, as we always do. So this is the first level. Happy with it, yes, but not what I had in mind. And the reason I'll say why that, of course, I'm limited on parts. I mean, creativity is unlimited. So with that being said, I could spend fortune on parts just to build one MOC. So I have to start baby steps. So like I said, this is a phase 1. So now I know phase 2 is definitely coming up. And the reason I say that is there's things I'd like to have I could not put on the first floor, which bring me to the green platform here that I have, the real estate, why I have this here. This is going to be my phase 2 of the hospital when I'm done building it. I'm going to increase it by double the width. And the reason I want to do that, because there are things I like to have on the first floor that with the current layout I can have. One of them, of course, there's no bathroom for the people waiting in the, in the waiting area. Same thing for the nurses and the doctors who work there. So I'd like to add one there. There's no stairs to take you to the other levels. There's only an elevator. So I'd like to fix that. There's no cafeteria. Every hospital has a cafeteria in it. The amount of time we wait in there for our loved ones or for ourselves, you need to have a cafeteria to grab some snacks. And I'd like to add this soda machine. I have another one I want to make too, just for snacks. I like to have them in this reception and the waiting area, which usually you find them in the hospitals, in the waiting area or in the hallways. So I'd like to add that. I like to add also the facility room, the maintenance room for the hospital. That's usually, I like to have it on the first floor. So maintenance room, stairs, house, cafeteria, toilet. That all needs some room. Oh, a gift shop. A big hospital like that in Lagos, in the city, usually you have like a small gift shop where you can buy gifts and flowers and things like that for your loved ones. So anyway, so these are things I'd like to have, but I can't right now. The reason is it's very squeezed in with what I have. But again, this is because of the park limitations I have. Definitely that needs to be expanded to accommodate more of the things I want to put, like some flower pots and things like that, to give it that waiting area look of a big hospital. So anyway, so yeah, definitely more work to do. But for now, I'm going to stick with the plan. I'm going to finish phase one, get the 4 stories done. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to note what every floor I'd like to have that I don't. And then start planning to getting the parts. And then start the phase 2 later on. So it's going to take me a few months to get the parts. But this is what I'm going to go with the increase. I think that should give me enough room to accommodate what I want, at least for the first floor. I'll see what I'm going to build on the second floor, and then what am I missing on the second floor, I'll have enough room to add it here. But anyway, as always, hopefully you like what you see. Please leave me your feedback, your comments, what I missed, what you like to see that I should have in the hospital, so on and so forth, what things I could do differently. I'm very much open for suggestions. This is all, I'm just doing it from my head and from what I see on pictures online. So anyway, again, as always, if you like the content, please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And till next video, let's keep building. And I'll see you in part 2, going up for the next floor story. Take care.